do you think the reason for this might have been?
Well, it's really very, very simple. And that is there is growing suspicion about the security of their gold held at the New York Fed. Um, you may recall that about 10 years ago, I think it was 2014, that Germany requested the return of 300 tons from the New York Fed. And the New York Fed's initial response was that this was going to take 7 years to deliver. Now, this was extremely suspicious at the time. 300 tons is just, half a dozen flights across the Atlantic. So if the gold is there, it was the Bundesbank's property, why not return it? And indeed, there are still over 1,000 tons sitting at the New York Fed. Why not return that? Presumably, the 300-ton figure was arrived at after intensive discussions between the New York Fed and the Bundesbank, with the New York Fed effectively saying to the Bundesbank, we can't return this gold to you. But the Bundesbank being in the position where it had requested the return of gold. I mean, there have been moves within the Bundestag to get this going. So the Bundesbank was under some pressure. So the central banks, in effect, the friendly central banks, friendly to America, were in a bit of a bind, and they had to find a compromise out of it. The publicity of this was so bad that this encouraged and indeed forced the Dutch central bank to request the return of its gold. Now, that was returned quite promptly, and we're talking about, from memory, something like 1,000 tons. The reason this is now becoming an issue in Germany is that you have the new AfD party, and one of the members is a chap called Peter Boehringer, who is one of the prime movers, if you like, behind getting the Bundesbank to run more responsible policies, to have control of its gold, and so on and so forth. I think the Bundesbank feels that it's in a bit of a cleft stick here, and its initial statement was, we have complete and utter confidence in our storage arrangements with the New York Fed. Really?